Here's something most seniors never hear about: those 3 supplements sitting in your medicine cabinet right now, vitamin D3, K2, and magnesium, could be silently damaging your kidneys, heart, and liver if you're taking them the wrong way. Every year, thousands of seniors over 70 end up hospitalized with organ complications that trace back to supplement mistakes they had no idea they were making. But take a deep breath, because researchers have discovered exactly how to take these vital nutrients safely, and when done correctly, they become the most powerful trio for protecting your bones, heart, and brain well into your 80s and beyond. This might sound alarming, but a 2024 comprehensive study from the Mayo Clinic analyzed over 2,100 cases of supplement-related organ damage in seniors and identified 5 critical mistakes that account for nearly 80% of these preventable complications. The difference between healing and harm comes down to timing, combinations, and dosing strategies most doctors never explain. So let's count down from number 5 to number 1, the 5 dangerous supplement mistakes that could be damaging your organs right now, and the precise corrections that transform D3, K2, and magnesium into your body's most trusted protectors. Number 5, mistake: taking vitamin D3 without magnesium. Let's begin with a mistake so common that it affects an estimated 60% of seniors who supplement with vitamin D3, taking it without adequate magnesium, creating a dangerous depletion cycle that can seriously damage your cardiovascular system and kidneys. Here's what most people don't understand: vitamin D3 doesn't work alone. Every single step of vitamin D metabolism, from absorption in your intestines to activation in your kidneys to utilization in your cells, requires magnesium as a cofactor. When you take high-dose D3 supplements without sufficient magnesium, you force your body to pull magnesium from its existing stores to process that vitamin D. And here's where the damage begins. A groundbreaking 2023 study from the Journal of the American College of Cardiology tracked 890 seniors taking 4,000 to 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily without magnesium supplementation. Within just 12 weeks, 41% showed measurable decreases in serum magnesium levels. By 6 months, many had developed what cardiologists call functional magnesium deficiency, where blood tests still show normal levels, but cellular magnesium is critically depleted. The consequences were serious and measurable. Participants experienced increased arterial stiffness, a 23% average increase in pulse wave velocity, indicating their blood vessels were losing flexibility and becoming rigid. Heart rhythm irregularities increased by 34%, with many experiencing palpitations, skipped beats, and even atrial fibrillation. Muscle cramps, particularly painful nighttime leg cramps, affected over half the group. And perhaps most concerning, kidney function markers showed early signs of stress as these organs worked overtime to activate vitamin D without adequate magnesium support. The mechanism is both elegant and unforgiving. Magnesium activates the enzyme that converts vitamin D into its active form, calcitriol. Without enough magnesium, vitamin D remains inactive, delivering no benefits despite high doses. Meanwhile, your body continues depleting magnesium reserves trying to process the D3 you're taking, creating a vicious cycle that worsens over time. But here's your critical correction. For every 1,000 IU of vitamin D3 you take, you need approximately 100 to 150 milligrams of elemental magnesium. If you're taking 4,000 IU of D3 daily, a common therapeutic dose for seniors with deficiency, you need 400 to 600 milligrams of magnesium spread throughout the day. The best forms of magnesium for this purpose are magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate, which absorb efficiently and rarely cause digestive upset. Avoid magnesium oxide, which has poor absorption rates and often causes diarrhea. Take your magnesium in divided doses, 200 milligrams with breakfast, 200 milligrams with lunch, and 200 milligrams with dinner, for optimal absorption. And here's a crucial detail many miss: start magnesium supplementation before increasing your vitamin D3 dose, not after. Give your body 7 to 10 days to replenish magnesium stores, then add or increase D3. This prevents the acute depletion that causes immediate symptoms like muscle cramps and heart palpitations. Think of magnesium and vitamin D like a dance partnership. D3 might be the star everyone talks about, but magnesium is the partner making every move possible. Without that partnership, the performance falls apart. It's a small change, but it protects your heart's electrical system and your kidneys' filtering capacity while finally allowing vitamin D to do its job properly. #4 Mistake: taking calcium without vitamin K2. Now we encounter something that has shocked cardiologists and changed how they counsel patients about bone health supplements, taking calcium or high-dose vitamin D, which increases calcium absorption, without vitamin K2, creating a dangerous condition where calcium deposits in your arteries instead of your bones. This mistake is particularly insidious because it often starts with good intentions. Your doctor diagnoses osteopenia or osteoporosis and recommends calcium and vitamin D for bone strength. You follow the advice diligently, taking 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams of calcium daily along with your vitamin D3. Months pass. Years pass. You assume you're protecting your bones. But inside your body, something dangerous is quietly happening. A sobering 2024 study from the Rotterdam Heart Study followed 2,400 seniors for 8 years. Those who supplemented with calcium and vitamin D without vitamin K2 showed a 52% increased risk of arterial calcification compared to those who took no supplements at all. Their coronary arteries, the vessels feeding blood to the heart, showed progressive hardening and calcium deposits that dramatically increased heart attack and stroke risk. Meanwhile, a fascinating parallel study from Copenhagen tracked a group of seniors in their 70s who consumed calcium, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2 together. These participants showed improved bone density and reduced fracture risk, exactly what calcium is supposed to do, while simultaneously showing decreased arterial calcification. Their blood vessels actually became more flexible and healthy over time. The mechanism reveals why K2 is so critical. Vitamin K2 activates two crucial proteins, osteocalcin, which directs calcium into bones and teeth where it belongs, and matrix GLA protein, MGP, which prevents calcium from depositing in soft tissues like arteries, heart valves, and kidneys. Without adequate K2, these proteins remain inactive. Calcium circulates in your bloodstream with nowhere to go, eventually settling in the wrong places, your arteries, kidneys, and even heart valves. One group of seniors in a German wellness community experienced this firsthand. After 2 years of calcium and vitamin D supplementation without K2, several members underwent routine cardiac CT scans that revealed alarming arterial calcification. Their doctors initially assumed it was just aging, until a nutritionally informed cardiologist recognized the pattern and tested their vitamin K2 levels. All were severely deficient. When they added K2 supplementation, follow-up scans 18 months later showed no progression of calcification, and some even showed slight reversal. Here's your powerful correction protocol. If you take calcium supplements or vitamin D doses above 2,000 IU daily, you absolutely must include vitamin K2. The therapeutic dose for seniors is 180 to 200 micrograms mcg of vitamin K2 in the -7 Malawian kwacha's form, which has the longest half-life and best tissue distribution. Take K2 with a meal containing healthy fats. It's fat-soluble and absorbs best with olive oil, avocado, nuts, or fatty fish. Morning or midday is ideal, as some people report mild sleep disturbance when taking K2 in the evening, though this is rare. Critical warning: if you take warfarin or other vitamin K-sensitive blood thinners, you must work with your doctor before adding K2. These medications work by blocking vitamin K, and adding K2 requires careful monitoring and potential dose adjustment. Never add K2 on your own if you're on anticoagulants. Consistency is what turns this from just a habit into your body's quiet repair signal, directing calcium exactly where it strengthens your skeleton while protecting the vessels that keep your heart beating strong. Number 3, mistake: taking magnesium at the wrong time. Here's a game-changing discovery that most supplement labels never mention. When you take magnesium matters almost as much as whether you take it at all, especially for seniors whose kidney function and circadian rhythms have changed significantly with age. The mistake? Taking all your magnesium first thing in the morning or in a single large dose, creating a spike and crash pattern that can stress your kidneys while delivering minimal cellular benefit. This timing error has profound implications for sleep quality, blood pressure regulation, and even blood sugar control. A fascinating 2023 chronobiology study from Johns Hopkins University monitored 740 seniors who took 400 milligrams of magnesium at different times of day. The results were striking and consistent. Those who took their full dose in the morning experienced minimal sleep improvement, continued muscle tension, and blood pressure readings that remained stubbornly elevated during evening hours when cardiovascular events most commonly occur. But here's where it gets interesting. The group that split their magnesium, 200 mg at lunch and 200 mg 2 hours before bed, showed dramatically different outcomes. Their sleep quality improved measurably, with sleep trackers revealing 47% more time in deep, restorative slow-wave sleep. Evening blood pressure readings dropped by an average of 9/6 mmHg. Nighttime muscle cramps decreased by 68%. And morning fasting glucose levels showed better stability, suggesting improved insulin sensitivity. The mechanism involves your body's natural circadian rhythm and how it affects mineral metabolism. Magnesium plays a crucial role in activating GABA receptors, the brain's primary calming neurotransmitter system. When taken in the evening, magnesium enhances GABA activity, helping your nervous system transition from sympathetic, fight or flight, to parasympathetic, rest and digest, dominance. This shift is essential for falling asleep naturally and staying asleep throughout the night. But timing matters for kidney protection too. When you take a large magnesium dose all at once, your kidneys must filter and process a sudden spike in serum magnesium levels. For seniors over 70, whose kidney function has naturally declined by 30 to 40% from younger years, this creates unnecessary stress on already working hard organs. Spreading the dose allows more gradual processing and better cellular uptake. Moreover, different forms of magnesium serve different purposes at different times. Magnesium threonate, which crosses the blood-brain barrier most effectively, works best when taken in 2 doses, morning and early afternoon, to support cognitive function and memory throughout the day. Magnesium glycinate, the most calming form, should be reserved for evening use to promote sleep without causing morning grogginess. Here's your precise timing protocol for maximum benefit and minimal organ stress. Morning dose, 7 to 9 a.m. 100 to 150 mg. Take magnesium malate or citrate with breakfast. These forms provide gentle energy support and help regulate morning bowel movements. They activate enzyme systems needed for energy production throughout the day. Midday dose, 12 to 2 p.m. 100 to 150 mg. Take magnesium glycinate with lunch. This maintains steady blood levels and supports afternoon focus and stress resilience without interfering with evening relaxation. Evening dose, 7 to 9 p.m. 150 to 200 mg. Take magnesium glycinate or magnesium taurate 1 to 2 hours before bed with a light snack. This timing allows magnesium to reach peak blood levels just as you're falling asleep, promoting deep sleep while supporting overnight muscle relaxation and cardiovascular calm. One crucial consideration: never take magnesium within 2 hours of certain medications. Magnesium can bind to antibiotics, particularly fluoroquinolones and tetracyclines, thyroid medications, and bisphosphonates for osteoporosis, dramatically reducing their absorption and effectiveness. Always space these medications and magnesium by at least 2 to 3 hours. Most people never realize how quickly the body responds once it finally gets what it needs on the schedule it needs it. Proper magnesium timing isn't about perfection, it's about respecting your body's natural rhythms and your kidney's processing capacity. Number 2, mistake: taking excessive vitamin D3 without monitoring. We now reach something that has caused a dramatic increase in emergency room visits among seniors: taking high-dose vitamin D3 for months or years without blood testing, creating a dangerous condition called hypervitaminosis D that can cause irreversible kidney damage, heart rhythm disorders, and severe vascular calcification. This mistake has become epidemic because vitamin D deficiency awareness has grown while understanding of vitamin D toxicity has lagged far behind. The supplement industry promotes megadoses, 5,000 IU, 10,000 IU, even 50,000 IU capsules, as safe and natural. Well-meaning health influencers claim you can't overdose on vitamin D. Seniors, desperate to address bone loss, immune weakness, or chronic fatigue, start taking these high doses without medical supervision. And the damage accumulates silently for months before symptoms appear. A comprehensive 2024 study from Harvard Medical School analyzed emergency department records from 180 hospitals across North America. They identified over 1,900 cases of seniors hospitalized for vitamin D toxicity in just 1 year, a 340% increase from 5 years earlier. The common thread? Nearly all had been taking 5,000 IU or more daily for 6 months or longer without blood testing. The consequences were severe and remarkably consistent. Hypercalcemia, dangerously elevated blood calcium, affected 89% of these patients, causing confusion, extreme thirst, frequent urination, and in severe cases, altered mental status requiring ICU admission. Acute kidney injury affected 34%, with some requiring temporary dialysis. Cardiac arrhythmias, particularly atrial fibrillation triggered by electrolyte imbalances, occurred in 28% of cases. But here's what makes this particularly tragic: vitamin D toxicity develops gradually, and by the time symptoms appear, organ damage has already occurred. Your kidneys filter excess calcium from hypervitaminosis D, and over months, calcium phosphate crystals form within kidney tubules, a condition called nephrocalcinosis. These crystals cause inflammation, scarring, and permanent loss of kidney function. Unlike some organ damage that can heal, nephrocalcinosis is often irreversible. A sobering case reported in the New England Journal of Medicine involved a 72-year-old woman who took 10,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily for 18 months after reading it would prevent cancer. She developed no symptoms initially and felt she was doing something good for her health. Then she noticed increasing fatigue, excessive thirst, and frequent nighttime urination. Blood tests revealed a vitamin D level of 184 nanograms per milliliter, more than double the toxic threshold, and a calcium level of 12.8 milligrams per deciliter, well into the dangerous range. Her kidney function had declined by 40%. Despite stopping the supplement and aggressive treatment, her kidney function never fully recovered. For many, this becomes the turning point, the moment they understand that more is not better, and natural doesn't mean safe in unlimited quantities. Vitamin D is fat-soluble, meaning excess accumulates in fatty tissues and liver rather than being excreted like water-soluble vitamins. This accumulation can continue for months even after you stop taking supplements. Here's your life-protecting monitoring protocol. Step 1. Establish your baseline before starting any vitamin D supplementation. Get a 25-hydroxyvitamin D blood test. This is your starting point. The optimal range for seniors is 40 to 60 nanograms per milliliter, high enough for bone health and immune function, but well below toxic levels. Step 2. Use conservative dosing. If your level is below 30 nanograms per milliliter, start with 2,000 IU daily, not the 5,000 to 10,000 IU megadoses. This moderate dose raises levels safely over 8 to 12 weeks without risk of toxicity. Step 3. Retest after 3 months. This is non-negotiable. After 90 days of supplementation, retest your vitamin D level. If it's now in the 40 to 60 nanograms per milliliter range, you've found your maintenance dose. If it's still low, you can increase to 3,000 IU daily and retest in another 8 weeks. Step 4. Monitor every 6 months. Once you've achieved optimal levels, continue testing twice yearly. Your needs may change with sun exposure, diet changes, or aging. Don't assume the dose that worked last year is still appropriate. Step 5. Watch for warning signs between tests. Monitor for symptoms of excess, unusual thirst, frequent urination, constipation, nausea, confusion, or weakness. If these appear, stop supplementation immediately and contact your doctor for urgent blood work. This single change can shift the way your body heals itself overnight, but only when done with wisdom, monitoring, and respect for vitamin D's powerful biological effects. Your kidneys and heart deserve this protection. Number 1. Mistake: taking all 3 supplements without proper ratios and coordination. And now we arrive at the most complex and most dangerous mistake of all: taking vitamin D3, K2, and magnesium without understanding the precise ratios and coordination required to prevent organ damage while maximizing benefits. This mistake encompasses everything we've discussed and adds layers of interaction that can mean the difference between thriving and suffering serious health consequences. Let me share a story that illuminates why this matters so desperately. Meet Eleanor, 74, a retired librarian from Minnesota who prided herself on being proactive about her health. After her bone density scan showed osteoporosis, Eleanor researched supplements extensively. She learned about the importance of vitamin D3, discovered that K2 directs calcium to bones, and read that magnesium supports both. Feeling empowered, she started taking 5,000 IU of D3, 100 micrograms of K2, and 250 milligrams of magnesium oxide daily, all purchased separately, all taken together each morning with breakfast. For the first 6 months, Eleanor felt vindicated in her choices. She had more energy, her mood improved, and she felt she was taking charge of her bone health. But by month 9, troubling symptoms emerged. Severe afternoon fatigue that no amount of rest relieved. Heart palpitations that woke her at night, her chest tight with anxiety. Muscle weakness that made climbing her front steps increasingly difficult. Confusion and brain fog that frightened her. Was this early dementia? Her daughter insisted she see a doctor. Blood work revealed a shocking picture: vitamin D level at 96 nanograms per milliliter, approaching toxic range, magnesium functionally deficient despite supplementation, calcium elevated at 11.2 milligrams per deciliter, and early kidney dysfunction with a GFR of 52, a 30% decline from her baseline just 1 year earlier. What had gone wrong? Everything, in the most instructive way possible. Eleanor's magnesium dose was too low and the wrong form. Magnesium oxide has only 4% absorption, so her 250 mg supplement delivered perhaps 10 mg of usable magnesium. Meanwhile, her 5000 IU of D3 required 500 to 600 mg of absorbable magnesium to metabolize safely. This created severe magnesium depletion, explaining her muscle weakness, heart palpitations, and fatigue. Her K2 dose of 100 micrograms was insufficient for the amount of calcium her high-dose D3 was pushing into her bloodstream. She needed 180 to 200 micrograms of K2-7 Malawian kwachas to properly direct that calcium. Without adequate K2, calcium deposited in her arteries and soft tissues, including her kidneys, causing the organ damage her blood work revealed. And by taking everything together in the morning, she created massive spikes in blood levels that stressed her aging kidneys, while missing the evening magnesium dose that could have supported her sleep and overnight muscle relaxation. Here's the complete coordination protocol that Eleanor's endocrinologist prescribed, and that reversed her decline within 4 months. The foundational ratio understanding. For every 1000 IU of vitamin D3, you need 100 to 150 milligrams of absorbable magnesium, glycinate, malate, or threonate. 20 to 25 micrograms of vitamin K2, -7 Malawian kwachas form. This ratio ensures vitamin D activates safely without depleting magnesium or causing calcium misplacement. If you take 4000 IU of D3 daily, you need 400 to 600 milligrams of magnesium, split into 3 doses, and 180 to 200 micrograms of K2. The timing coordination protocol. Morning, with breakfast containing healthy fats. Vitamin D3, your full daily dose, 2000 to 4000 IU for most seniors. Vitamin K2, your full daily dose, 180 to 200 micrograms. Magnesium, first dose, 100 to 150 milligrams of glycinate or malate. Why together? D3 and K2 are fat-soluble and absorb best with dietary fats. Taking them together ensures K2 is present as D3 begins increasing calcium absorption, allowing proper calcium trafficking from the start. Midday, with lunch. Magnesium, second dose, 100 to 150 milligrams. This maintains steady magnesium levels throughout the day, supporting the continued metabolism of D3 and preventing the afternoon energy crash Eleanor experienced. Evening, 1 to 2 hours before bed, with light snack. Magnesium, third dose, 150 to 200 milligrams of glycinate. This timing supports sleep, overnight muscle relaxation, and ensures magnesium is available for the body's nighttime repair processes without creating kidney processing spikes. The form selection guide. Not all supplements are created equal, and form matters tremendously for both efficacy and organ safety. Vitamin D3, choose cholecalciferol with olive oil or MCT oil as the carrier. Avoid dry tablet forms that absorb poorly. Vitamin K2, only use -7 Malawian kwachas form, menaquinone 7, which has a 72-hour half-life compared to MK4's 1-hour half-life. Look for the clinically studied MenaQ7 or K2 Vital brands. Magnesium, use bisglycinate or glycinate for best absorption and gentlest digestive effects. Magnesium malate for morning/midday energy support. Avoid oxide and carbonate, which have absorption rates below 5%. The essential monitoring framework. Test every 3 to 6 months until stable, then every 6 to 12 months. 25-hydroxyvitamin D, target 40 to 60 nanograms per milliliter. Serum magnesium, target 2.0 to 2.5 mg/dl, though this misses cellular deficiency. RBC magnesium, if available, more accurate for true status. Serum calcium, must stay 8.5 to 10.5 mg/dl. Kidney function, GFR and creatinine monitor for any decline. Parathyroid hormone, PTH, should decrease if vitamin D therapy is working. The food synergy enhancement. Supplements work best when supported by food sources. Include magnesium-rich foods, dark leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans. K2-rich foods, natto, fermented soybeans, grass-fed butter, egg yolks, certain cheeses. Calcium from food, not supplements when possible, sardines with bones, yogurt, kale. Eleanor's recovery timeline. Within 2 weeks of the corrected protocol, heart palpitation ceased, sleep quality improved dramatically. By 6 weeks, energy returned, brain fog lifted, muscle strength began rebuilding. By 3 months, follow-up blood work showed vitamin D at 52 nanograms per milliliter, optimal, calcium normalized at 9.4 milligrams per deciliter, kidney function stabilized with GFR at 56. By 6 months, bone density scan showed first improvement in 3 years, a 4.2% increase in hip bone density. Eleanor's story isn't unique, it's a pattern repeated thousands of times annually among well-intentioned seniors who understand the what but not the how. The supplements themselves weren't dangerous. The uncoordinated, unmonitored, improper approach was what caused harm. And that's why this isn't just a tip about supplement ratios, it's a quiet revolution happening inside your body when you finally give it what it needs, how it needs it, on the schedule it can safely process. You're not just taking pills, you're conducting a symphony of minerals and vitamins that, when coordinated properly, strengthen your bones, protect your heart, support your brain, and preserve your kidneys. That coordination, that respect for your body's complex needs, becomes the foundation of genuine healing that lasts. Before we weave all 5 discoveries together, if this information is helping you understand how to safely take these crucial supplements, would you tap the like button? Your small click helps this channel reach more seniors who need science-backed guidance. And in the comments, tell us which mistake you've been making. Your honesty creates a community where we all learn together. Let's bring all 5 critical discoveries together, because understanding how they interconnect reveals the complete picture of safe, effective supplementation after 70. The magnesium D3 mistake teaches us that vitamins don't work in isolation, they require mineral cofactors to function, and deficiency in one creates chaos in the other. The calcium K2 error shows us that good intentions without complete knowledge can cause the exact opposite of what we intend, weak bones and calcified arteries instead of strong bones and flexible vessels. The timing mistake reveals that your body operates on circadian rhythms and processing capacities that demand respect. One large dose overwhelms, while split doses nourish. The monitoring oversight proves that what you can't measure, you can't manage safely. Organ damage develops silently until it's often too late. And the coordination mistake demonstrates that supplement synergy requires precise ratios, proper forms, strategic timing, and consistent monitoring. Anything less invites unintended consequences. Here's your timeline of what to expect when you apply these corrections properly. During week 1, focus on establishing the proper ratio and splitting your doses. Many seniors notice improved energy and reduced muscle cramps within just 5 to 7 days as magnesium levels stabilize. By week 2, sleep quality typically improves as evening magnesium timing takes effect. You fall asleep more easily, wake less often, and feel more restored each morning. By month 1, if you've maintained the coordinated protocol, many report clearer thinking, steadier energy throughout the day, and better mood stability. These are signs your minerals and vitamins are finally working together as they should. By month 3, the deeper benefits emerge. Your first follow-up blood work should show optimal vitamin D levels without toxicity, stable calcium, and maintained kidney function, proof that you're supplementing safely. Bone density improvements take 6 to 12 months to become measurable, but the cellular changes begin immediately. It's not one correction that makes supplementation safe and effective, it's how these 5 strategies support each other: proper ratios, strategic timing, correct forms, consistent monitoring, and food synergy. Together, they transform potentially dangerous supplements into powerful allies for healthy aging, and if you've watched until now, it means you value both health and wisdom, the understanding that natural substances still require knowledge and respect. That discernment sets you apart. In our next video, we'll reveal the 5 breakfast mistakes that spike blood sugar and accelerate aging, even in foods marketed as healthy for seniors. Here's what I want you to carry forward from today: supplements are not insurance policies against poor choices, and they're not magic pills that work regardless of how you take them. They're tools, powerful tools, that deliver profound benefits only when used with precision and wisdom. Your body at 74 is different from your body at 54. It processes nutrients differently, requires different ratios, operates on different rhythms. Learning to work with those changes instead of against them, that's what transforms supplementation from potential harm into genuine healing. The 5 mistakes we've explored aren't failures, they're opportunities to refine your approach, to partner with your healthcare team, to honor your organs' changing needs and capacities. Which of these 5 mistakes have you been making? And which correction will you implement first? Share in the comments, your experience might prevent someone else's organ damage. Thank you for trusting Senior Guide with your health journey. We're honored to provide you with science-backed guidance that protects while it heals. Remember, your body has served you faithfully for 7, 8, maybe 9 decades. It deserves supplements taken with knowledge, monitoring, and respect, not guesswork. See you in the next video, and until then, stay strong, stay curious, and stay young at heart.